Hey everybody, it's me, Headshot720 from 50 Fathom Studios on YouTube, and today we are doing a little bit different. Today we are doing a question and answer video from you guys that are posting questions on my videos and stuff, which is pretty cool. So I'm really excited to start answering your guys' questions. And also this is Killzone Shadowfall gameplay if you have not seen it. This just got released probably a month ago maybe, so I thought I'd just put it in one of my videos. So here we go. So the first question comes from Mr. Golfino. I think that's what it is. And his question is, when you're not gaming, what do I do? Well, I do several things. Like lately I'm going to be going to a game studio for my birthday on the 13th. I'm going to go into a game studio. Sometimes I go out and ride a bike. Sometimes I watch TV. Go play with my dogs or something. So a normal person would do, and during not summer, I go to school, so that's pretty much all I do when I'm not playing video games. I think the only thing special I've been doing is going to a game studio, which is very cool. It's called PopCap Games. I'll be going to PopCap. It's going to be sweet. Unfortunately, I cannot take video of it. I can take a picture of their front lobby, but that's it. I can't take any pictures on the inside. So if you guys want to hear from that, you can just post in the comments below. The next question comes from Chad Mile, and he says, will I make a Battlefield 4 server? Well, Chad, I probably will make a Battlefield 4 server on the PS4. Now, PS3, I don't know. Just depends how much money that I can put on Battlefield 4 on the PS3. So I know for a fact it'll be on PS4, but PS3, it's debatable. I'll try, but there's no guarantees that I'll be able to monitor it 24/7 because it's kind of a weird time where a next-gen console is coming out, and then there's an old console that's still there. So I'm just gonna have to median. I'm gonna have to make some people that still can't get a PS4 on PS3 an admin or something. But yes, I will try to get a server for the PS3. The next question comes from the One Man Army, and he says, what's your favorite Battlefield experience, like teamwork or something? Well, my best Battlefield experience is probably with Gamiuso and Volvo Guy 19. We were in a tank, as usual, playing on Firestorm, and we had this awesome game, completely just the best game I've ever had with them. I think Gami went 200 and I want to say 80 or so, and about 3, which is great. That's like... I could never do that, so that's really awesome. I could be a part of that. I've seen Gami do better, but that was a really good team effort. We had a lot of people on the enemy team that were great, so we had to really buckle down and get everything done because you can't play Battlefield without being like a team. So like having a jet up and a tank on the ground and engineer guy, Battlefield's about teamwork. You always have to have an engineer guy. If you really want to do good in tank, you have to have an engineer guy. You might say, oh, it means you're not good. Well, you have to have an engineer guy because you're just going to die every time against a really good tank driver. So that's probably the best Battlefield experience of teamwork I've ever had. Next question comes from Death Clock Fan Video, and he said, Headshot, do you prefer Jeeps, quad, or bikes to put C4 on? Which do you like to see coming your way in a tank, and why? Well, I like to see Jeeps because they're a lot bigger target than a quad. So whenever you see a quad coming in a tank destroyer or on endgame, oh my god, it's almost impossible to hit, especially with the mortar bikes. Oh my god, they're so like fishtail, and you just can't even hit them. It's not very enjoyable when you get blown up by a tank, even though you get blown up by C4 in a vehicle, even though you hit right next to them. It only hurts them 20% and doesn't blow up with C4, so it's really nice to put a Jeep on. Now on the other end, I like to put C4 on quad bikes and mortar bikes because they cannot shoot you, and it just makes it a lot easier. You can go in little corners and things like that and blow up everything into smithereens, and you just can't really get away from them. They're almost impossible to get away from. That's probably the best thing. I know some people like to put on C4 for jets and stuff for some reason. I don't know why, but I guess different strokes for different folks. I don't know. That's just my favorite, though. My opinion. Next question comes from Ivan80479, and he says, are you ready for the Battlefield 4 beta? Well, I am pretty ready for the Battlefield 4 beta. I am really excited to finally be able to play it. I did not get to go to E3 because, I just didn't get to go. I wanted to go to PAX Prime, but so many people bought the ticket so fast it was almost impossible to get a ticket. But yes, I'm stoked for the Battlefield 4 beta. I cannot wait to be able to play that game. It just looks phenomenal. I think the map's gonna be Seas of Shanghai, because that's the only map they showed. They're not gonna do a different map. Like when Battlefield 3, when they showed off all the maps, it was only Operation Metro they showed. That was the only map they showed to us. Maybe a couple others, but that was the main one they showed. So I think that we're gonna be able to only be able to play on Seas of Shanghai, but that map is great. It's not like Rush on Metro. I hope not, because that got very boring very quickly. It just got boring. Once you played it, you're like, oh, I played it, I'm done. That's pretty much how it went. You didn't really have that much fun trying to play and I don't know. You only have a limited amount of space in Rush and Metro, so it gets kind of monotonous very quickly. So yes, I am definitely ready for the Battlefield 4 beta. The next question came on PlayStation Network, and he asked, what kind of dogs do I like? Well, that's a tough question. I like pugs. That's a good one. And I also have a blue heeler. It's medium sized. It's kind of like a cattle dog. I think those are probably my favorite pugs, are probably a pug and a blue heeler. It's just what I have, and I love them. They're cool dogs. I think German Shepherds are cool too. Those are very, very loyal dogs in my opinion. I also got another question from PlayStation Network, and he said, when I grow up, what do I want to do? Well, let's see, when I grow up, what do I want to do? Let's see, I'd like to get into video games. That would be very cool. So being able to see the podcast studios firsthand is going to definitely help, but that's probably one of my main goals I'd like to do. But I do play an instrument, so I can have that to fall back on if I can't make it into that career. But that is my main goal. I want to do that stuff. That would just totally make my everything. That would just be so sweet. Next question comes from Wheatworm Studios, and he says, what's your favorite indie game besides Minecraft? Well, my favorite indie game was Bejeweled, the first one. I love that game. But when when EA bought out PopCap, that means it's not indie anymore. But that was definitely the funnest indie game I played for a mobile device and stuff like that before they got bought out. So yes, that was definitely my favorite indie game. I can't really think of any ones. I mean, it's hard to think of because I don't really play that many indie games anymore, because they're always getting bought out and stuff because they're so nice and stuff like that. So that is probably my favorite indie game. And I still kind of consider Plants vs. Zombies an indie game. Kind of. In my opinion. Well guys, I really appreciate that you gave me 201 subscribers, one more than I wanted. That's great though, I love that. And I really appreciate you guys watching this video. And until next time, you'll see Killzone right here. And until next time guys, Headshot 720 out.